All right. So, welcome everybody to season 3, episode 2 of the Pod of Ages here with the best not challenger analysts this side
yeah,
uh, this side of the Mississippi.
yeah, that is true. We are on the same side of the, so that is a fair statement to say.
Um, yeah, so Worlds has started. Our last episode was 2 weeks ago. I think we should probably do weekly moving forward, just because of how fast
Yeah.
Vans be moving. I really didn't want to cover play-ins too much, but to give it a quick gloss over qualifying series, Golden Guardians dropped the ball, lost to Chatham and BDS.
Yeah, they apparently had not played any League of Legends since they went out of the LCS playoffs, is what my interpretation of that was. I assume that they came in and watched some people scrim. I think they watched good teams scrim, and then they're like, oh, cool, we're going to play like that then. But as said, they hadn't played any League of Legends since they went out of LCS playoffs, apparently. And that's what it looked like to me, at least. Like, Licorice actually played fine, and everyone else just completely ran it down. And it was, oof.
Oof is a good way of putting it.
Even Team Wales beat those motherfuckers in a series, best of 3. Like, you could take a game.
So I only watched just to get like quick overviews of the game, like edited versions of the game. I only watched Cadrill's YouTube uploads. But wasn't Team Wales doing okay in that? And like, weren't they like showing up?
Honestly, they didn't look too bad. I think Vietnam in general, both their teams looked competent, which can say a lot for a minor region. You know, GAM made it through the play-ins, is now in Swiss. So thank you, GAM, for bringing my pick'ems. Needed that win, buddy. Needed that win. Really appreciate that, since the pentakills just started rolling in already, and that one's just completely blown open.
Yeah, I'm still upset at BDS for ruining my pick'ems. I had GAM and PSG to get out of there, and then there was a reverse sweep in a best of 5. So that's one down for you guys following pick'ems. There have already been. Has there been a pentakill? Has there been one in Swiss yet?
They're not in Swiss yet. There were.
So there were 3. There were 3 in pick'ems.
Yeah. 3 in
pick'ems. Not in play-ins.
Play-ins, yeah.
So I'm locked for my 3+ pentakills. Any of you who didn't believe that this Worlds was going to be a banger, there's already been one reverse sweep, so I'm halfway to my reverse sweeps. I picked 2. I knew I should have fucking picked more. I knew it, because if G2 makes it, if G2 beats Gen G tomorrow, there's going to be at least one reverse sweep, and it's either going to be against G2.
I don't think, man, it would be wild if G2 did beat Gen G tomorrow. I think I'm not sure if I talked about this much in the last episode, but I think LCK is actually way lower level than people think, and I think that G2 is of that level. Like, G2 is effectively the other team at that level, and they are, honestly, since they have a style, they're going to be more dominant. I think it's really funny when you start to look at all the Korean teams and you realize every roster has like a serious dud. Like, not just like a weak point or like not a great name, but like an actual dud. You know, like, I don't care what people really want to tell me about like Doran. Doran is not an international top laner. He's safe enough to be your weak side top laner in international tournaments, but he is not an international top laner. And I don't care what anyone says, he's not. And then you go to KT, and I'm sorry, but Cuz is bad. Just gonna say it. I always thought Cuz was bad.
Hens is going full Hillisang.
Dude, he's he's full coin flip. That's the thing. Like Lehens is full coin flip. Like sometimes he lands heads, since there's been years where he looks so good, and like Lehens is so fun to watch. But he's 100% a coin flip player. So if you have a bad jungler and a coin flip support, guess what? Your solo lanes being pretty sick doesn't mean anything anymore. You know, it can be very troublesome. And you go to every single roster, and that's true. You know, like DK is 0-2 already, and the Swiss will get to that, but that's because their support is literal cheeks and is actually inting. He reminds me of Wolf in season 7. Like, he is bad. And
yeah, like, and okay. D Plus is playing BDS on or for our local time, or for I guess everybody in the West, Monday morning, very early.
First thing.
So yeah, out of the O2s, D Plus Kia is O2. I'm pretty happy to have picked them over KT, but then the draw goes the way that I really like the Swiss format, because it's gonna get crazy. Because you're gonna have these teams that are either 0-2 or 2-0, and they could get up to 3 best of 3s.
Yep.
To make it work. And
well, Damwon's going to be an 0-2 killer, you know, unless you randomly happen to get another big Eastern team against them and they happen to show up. You know, that could be interesting to see how qualifications go. You know, we may not have just only 7 Eastern teams in G2. There might be some other random, just, you know, casualties.
I mean, Gam could make a run for it.
If Gam wins a game, like
dude, they're going against TL. They might.
Dude, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. So contrast.
APA. I just want to talk about Team Liquid, because I've only been able to watch really Team Liquid games because they're the first ones playing, and then I pass out right afterwards. And then the rest I've just watched highlights of the games, just because I have mental illness and I don't have the attention span to sit and watch 8 hours of VODs right now. But APA looked not bad against Faker. And then he plays against fucking Palafaker and looks like he's an academy player. It was bad, which Palafox used to be in the NA Academy. And Palafox, I'm proud of that guy's growth, man. That guy has come a long way from playing, what was it, C9 Academy 4 years ago to now being at Worlds and not being 0-2 in the Swiss stage.
Dude, I couldn't imagine that Doklo was going to Worlds when he first came to LCS on Optic and was getting completely blasted by almost every top laner in the league.
Dude, I want to see Doklo pull out the Akshan.
But yeah, the TL and against the T1, man, that was a great game. I am so mad Summit threw it. He flashed terribly, didn't dodge the Sedgel when he was pressing bot, and then.
So we know Summit's not that team fighter. Really, they should always just draft split pushing and just let him go and do his thing.
Kasante is a stupid champion.
Jan looks bad, very bad. So disclaimer for y'all who missed our first episode, I am coming back off of a long break of watching and playing League, and so I missed this season. I missed both splits this season. I'm a big Team Liquid fan. I'm gonna be watching the LCS again probably just to get some coverage on that. But fucking A, worst ADC in the tournament.
I mean, probably it's not impossible.
Probably there were better ADCs in the play-ins.
Yeah, Artemis was sick, dude. But Slater on Gam is not that great either.
And Piosik, can we just
can we clean game 1?
Dude, end game 2. Piosik could do nothing game 2. He's sitting there 0 deaths while his team's just throwing.
Dude, the solo bolo on Faker was so slick. the ward hop to dodge the shockwave into the entire. It was fucking clean. I'm so angry, and like ultimately, if they had an ADC that was a killer and a top laner that had fucking presence of the mini map, they would have won that fucking game, just straight up.
And Core's ready to retire. You can just see it. That man, Core, just go be. I love you very much, Core. Can you just go be a role coach now for Team Liquid?
It's the old Core JJ.
That bot lane just can't stay. Like I think Gam's gonna roll him.
The flash on him level 1.
Unless Piotr just goes 1v9.
No, Gam is losing. Gam is not going to beat that team.
APA also might have had nerves going against NRG. He might have had like.
Well, they just return camped him. Like they just completely ran the game through on APA. He didn't fucking respect some things properly, and it made it a lot worse. And that game was just free.
So I want TL to get their first win, but I think Gam's gonna roll him unless like something clicks.
It could be a 2-1, but it better be a fucking 2-0. Like Summit should not be losing to a Vietnam team. Like these names should be like Core JJ and Piosik are freaking world champions.
And Piosik's playing like one.
They cannot lose to a Vietnam team. Cannot lose to Vietnam number 1. I love freaking Levy, but no, that can't be allowed to happen.
So let's talk about the other O2 best of 3 real quick. D plus versus BDS.
Bro.
So
right, I just want to phrase something for you. You haven't watched the LEC, so it's not even going to hit hard enough. But all we need to say, the only things we need to say to sum up how the series is going to go, is Sheo Nook versus Canyon Showmaker. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna quote Twitter,
Next.
and Nuke should put int back in his name.
Yeah. Just put it as int. Just change your name from Nook to int. It'll be fucking apropos for tomorrow. And Sheo is about to get ran through. Canyon is going to turn him into a Muppet, if you know what I'm saying. Like, it is not even going to be legal in most countries what is about to happen on the Rift tomorrow there. Like, that is the mismatch of the century.
Yeah, so
BDS has got a hysterical draw to start this tournament with fucking JDG and to have your fucking.
They deserve it for ruining my pick'ems.
To be against goddamn Canyon Showmaker. I'm sorry, I forgot about Deft. My bad. Other reigning world champion, like GG.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 2-0. As long as there's the respect bans for Chatham, he can't do his crazy stuff and disrupt the game.
They better be PayPaling Kellen right now, dude, and like everything they made this year. Like, just if they throw the bank at Kellen, he might throw the series for him, with how he's been playing so far.
Let's talk about the 2-0s before we go into the 1-1s. So we have the repeat of the LPL finals. Mm-hmm. We know how this is going to go.
I hope so.
I mean, my pick'ems depends on it.
Same. JDG better not be dropping no games here.
But, dude, no, they've just been too clean. Like, I think it was. I can't remember who said it. It might have been Yamato, and he said that JDG is playing the game pretty much how the game was designed to be played.
Yeah, I think that's actually really fair. Just because their style of play is just so classic, but every single part of it is played to 11, as long as Kanavi's not on J4. because Kanavi cannot play J4 apparently. So let's just move on from that one.
But Scout has been having a great tournament. So
dude, Scout has been a great year. Scout is so good. He is basically becoming rookie 2 of the LPL. Because I'm not going to say like new rookie, because rookie is still rookie, and it's amazing he's not at Worlds, honestly. But
it's like how they call Pays baby ruler.
Yeah, but like he's baby ruler because he's not ruler level.
Yeah.
You know, but like Scout is I think he won MVP in spring and summer. I know he won it in summer. I think he won it in spring too. And LNG looked like ass in spring, to like give you an idea. So he won MVP in the LPL on a team that kind of looked like Cheeks. And then the team got Gala. And now the team is at Worlds because Gala is fucking insane and Zika glowed up huge.
So in the match that I'm most hyped about, G2 versus Gen G, where I think that I think those bot lanes could very easily go even in lane. Hansama's been playing pretty well, and Mickey X is Mickey fucking X. I think where the game's going to be broken.
Ass yesterday, today. Hans was almost through the game against Weibo like 3 times alone. He was bad today. His ult timings were terrible. He didn't dodge shit. He got caught a lot. Like, he almost threw today's game, even when it was thrown back at them. Which obviously we should talk about at some point, because Weibo G2 today was like the fucking best game of the tournament so far. Holy fuck, was that game a roller coaster? It was like T1 TL, except if TL was actually not throwing hard because they sucked, rather than not getting been outplayed, you know. Because it's always bad when you throw your advantage, whereas the enemy team who's behind just makes a clutch ass play. And like fucking some of the shockwaves that came through today were clutch fucking shockwaves that really turned some team fights. Ori damages through the roof. Oriana's a crazy ass champion and competitive.
Oriana is very strong right now.
God, but like honestly, Wei playing Vi in that game, he was also so fucking crazy good. Xiaohu was fine, but like not great. And the Shy was the Shy, you know, like if Weibo is firing on cylinders, like that team is going to be fucking nuts. And that game was a 100% 50-50. Like that was a great ass game.
I think BB's going to shit on Doran.
Yeah, he is.
So that's what I was saying is so Hans might not have had a good game today. Yesterday he did have a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Had a very, very, very good game.
Huge.
And I think that bot lanes might get it's either going to be who gets their bot lane ahead, or let's just get Broken Blade fucking snowballing and the top third of the map just fucking goes out of control.
Honestly, it's just going to be a really fun match, because ultimately Gen G is effectively what T1 was in like 2016, 2015. You have a crazy talented mid laner. You have a really good jungler who is just like a smart jungler. He's not like a crazy skill cap jungler anymore. Peanut had his day of being the Lisa and Italy guy, but that's not him anymore, you know. And then you have all these other roles that are kind of supportive and sometimes a good ADC. So like that's why I say 2015, because we're not going to go into later career Wolf or Bang, because Bang was not good by the time 2016-17 rolled around. But
yeah, Bang was lived up to his name. Motherfucker, flash in a pan.
If anyone wants to like break the hypnosis on like the T1 teammates who are good and bad, definitely watch 2017 Worlds again now. Bang and Wolf were getting gapped by like every single bot lane in the tournament. They were getting freaking killed in lane 2v2 over and over and over. They were so bad. Like Hooney and Faker were playing such crazy good games to try and like win these games and to still get it to the finals. Like holy fuck. And Bang and Wolf were so bad. That's why Crown playing Malzahar like won that entire tournament because like, oh, I'll just take out Faker and then they can't win the game because Hooney's a coin flip. It's not enough. We play to make sure topside doesn't explode, and we just run through the bot lane because they suck. And I'll just press R on Faker, and oh, Crown is the fucking world champion. How did this happen? Like one of the worst players to win. It's hysterical.
So who's your money on?
Honestly, this is a really, really hard one. I think it's going to be 2-1 no matter which way it goes. But I'm kind of feeling G2.
Yeah.
I think Gen G is obviously the rational answer for like which team should definitely be stronger, but Gen G has not looked great so far. And G2 is pretty explosive. And as you say, Doran might get gapped. I think the problem comes with Chovy versus Caps just because it depends on what Caps wants to do and if he can do that in Chovy's face. Because I think Chovy can just neutralize and like completely erase any potential of an advantage in mid lane, or he could have it.
So
Chovy is still a great player.
I want Caps to do what he did against D+, where he was everywhere. He was fucking sack mid lane, make Chovy fucking match these. Like fucking don't let him get Orianna or Azir.
I bet there's gonna be control mage matchups.
Don't just fucking just either first Cinder pick out Orianna or
Azir.
Or fucking ban them fucking both.
Maybe we'll see some Corki. It's gonna be. I
have a draft plan in my head, but I don't know enough about. I'm still reintegrating myself. So.
I think you are right in the sense that they have an advantage in top lane, and BB is a. I love BB, honestly. I think he's a great personality. He always just
and he's grown really so much since he left TSM.
Yeah,
the talent suppression machine is dead. Thank God.
Mm-hmm. And he's doing pretty well. So maybe they could play through him. Yike can be an explosive jungler, but I'm worried about that matchup just because Peanut is still a very smart player. And like,
dude, I want to see Yike on Poppy. I want to see fucking BB on. I want to see BB on Jax or fucking another Yone game. Or something, even a Rumble.
I want to see G2 ban Poppy if they plan on doing anything like that because the Peanut Poppy is going to be a real threat. Peanut plays that champion.
First pick Poppy.
For who? Yike?
It's first pickable. No, it's first pickable.
It is definitely first pickable.
You could correct. You could put that shit in 3 places. They could run a Senna Poppy bot lane.
Was it TL or who fucking drafted Kalista Alistar into the Poppy first pick?
I don't know. It sounds like dumb like TL would do.
It was, I can't remember who did it. It was definitely a Western team, and it was.
Here, let me check real quick. Because Poppy has not been played much, so let me just look at. Was it day 1 or day 2?
Not enough. Day 2. I think day 2. I think it might have been TLC9 or NRG
Poppy
game.
Was. No, I do not see Poppy on the list of games played. Let me check previous 10 games. Let's see here. Poppy. Yeah, so it was NRG into Weibo.
Okay. LOL. Yeah, I don't know. It's just whenever that happened, it was actual mental crit right there, you know?
And Weibo won.
Yeah, of course. I think the Callista is. You better have some chops if you lock in the Callista. You can't be one of these. Like Jan playing Callista to me is an absolute joke. He's a fucking AFK ADC as it is. Get into the fights and deal damage. Why would you put him on Callista? He's never going to do anything. He's literally there as a summoner spell for core JJ. That's it. You know.
Now,
But
all right. So,
it's
all right. So,
fine.
I think we're gonna see the rise of Renata. I don't want to start talking about meta too much because I want to finish talking about the games. The next few days of matchups. But we should talk about meta here in a moment. So we got JDG winning over LNG. We got G2 winning over JD over Gen G.
That one's that's the hot take, I think, for sure.
I don't think it's that hot of a take, man.
I mean, it's still fucking LCK number one seed.
Yeah,
you know,
Chovy's Chovy. Pays is really good. Fucking
Peanut is
fucking Peanut.
The ultra veteran jungler. And honestly, Peanut is still a great player. He's just not great.
He's not flashy.
Not crazy. Yeah. It's not the fun kind.
You got nice and safe and secure Gen G. Mm-hmm. And then you got fucking efficient. What's happening like G2.
Yeah.
G2's got enough. They got enough tricks up their sleeve. They got individual talent, and their macro isn't fucking Western.
Dude, well, they just play their own game, which is a huge advantage, and great to see them continue to always develop that reality, and it's never gone away. You know, G2 has been like this for 4 or 5 years at this point, you know, and that's a very real accolade and achievement to be defining the meta and be cutting edge always, to always be finding different and unique choices and takes on things. Because even back in 2018, before Caps was on the team, you still had fucking Hjarnan playing Heimerdinger bot lane, and he was literally the impossible, unbeatable Heimerdinger. He was 100% banned with the Dinger. Apparently, like they had a 100% win rate with scrims when he played it. Every Eastern team, like every team in the fucking world was like, yeah, you don't get to play this champion ever again. No. And he still beats Uzi.
It's funny you bring that up donger, because you know who I saw playing the Donger in solo. Yes, he has played a few games of Heimerdinger in solo queue. So who knows what G2 has draft depth and individual talent, and they like I said, they don't have the macro of Western teams.
And the LCK is predictable. It's always their weakness. You know, they are not explosive. They do not have explosive players. They do not harbor this play style very well. Sometimes
they're going to team fight very well, but I think G2 could definitely get an early lead out, and like it's not like you're going against shady G team fighting where you actually have real ruler. You have
you got baby ruler.
They have baby ruler, and they still have Chovy. Like I'm not trying to disrespect Gen G at all or Chovy.
The Chovy Peanut angle is definitely still respected.
Yeah,
and the support on Gen G is also no joke. He's good.
It's Delight.
That's still Delight. I'm pretty sure it's Delight.
Very good player.
So like Pays is obviously nothing to be disrespected either. Like literally, Doran is the only player that I think is an imposter on the team. So
and and Broken Breed is leveled up. We're harping on the same points again and again. Let's go. T1 Cloud9. Who do I want to win? Cloud9. Who's going to win? Who has the better mid laner?
T1 almost lost to TL.
Yeah, but Piosik was smurfing.
And I have literally watched a solo queue game of MNF smurf clapping fakers.
Really?
I'm not even lying. Yeah, I've seen it. I've literally watched the game happen.
Let's see him actually let's see him actually do something on stage.
But I will also say that I've literally, since I've been doing the live viewing things, I've not seen Faker play well in any. I think Faker has looked bad. In almost every game I've watched, whether he's won or lost, he does not look great.
So,
And honestly,
so do we want to
think
lean Cloud9 like with fucking Blabber and Berserker?
I can't.
Berserker's good.
Berserker is good, like, but Cloud9 hasn't been playing great either. Is the problem? So like, I don't know if they're up to the challenge, but like they should be better than TL.
The
And TL
best macro I've seen out of any Western team has been G2 and NRG.
I mean, the NRG game, I'm trying to remember. I didn't watch the NRG TL game because, like, after I saw APA die for the 5th time, it kind of seemed pretty irrelevant how this game went. And NRG got, like,
NRG was playing it like it was like they were playing League of Legends, like where it looks like when you see like fucking.
I just can't ever 100% trust Contracts Dokla. Like,
I love Contracts. I love Dokla. I believe
in Palafaker. I love Palafox. I think Palafox is crazy awesome, and he's great. And honestly, I think CLG's NRG's bot lane is pretty fun. Like, I'm a really big Ignar
It's
fan,
FBI
honestly.
Ignar.
Yeah, I love Ignar.
Like, but, I think that team
Dokla,
is low key stacked.
Oh, man. I mean, I wish this played in the top side more. That's all.
I mean, Dokla's kind of coin flippy. Contracts is kind of coin flippy, but I want to see Big Dokes pull out the Akshan, man. That's what I want to see.
Dokla is budget Broken Blade when Broken Blade was still in TSM. But Broken Blade isn't in TSM. Dokla is still just budget Broken Blade from TSM.
He's better than Broken Blade was when Broken Blade was with TSM.
Broken Blade was good back then, honestly. He just got a lot of flame for some stupid ass reason.
I don't know, maybe just being on TSM made him look worse.
Yeah, I mean, like, you always just flame the top side on TSM. That's just how it goes always. Jungle and top laners can blame for everything.
I'm going NRG over Mad Lions, though.
They should definitely beat Mad Lions. I don't think Mad Lions is a good team. Straight up.
Billy over Fnatic. Billy.
Billy is probably the second best team in the world.
And
so, yeah.
Fnatic's going to go down to the bracket where they belong.
Yeah, to get stomped by Dom 1 next round.
Dude, all right, so this next one is really fucked. KT versus Weibo. So, I mean, you're going to have it because at some point, unless it works out just fine, like...
I'm going to paint you a picture. Here's a what if.
My pick'ems are feeling in danger right now.
Here's mine too, obviously, very much so. But here's a what if for you. What if 2 LCK teams don't make it to quarters?
Then what? NRG makes it? Cloud9 makes it?
One of the two. What if they somehow match against some shitter Western team for the third one as well?
As a person who lives in the United States, and I can watch the LCS in real time and not have to be watching stuff hours later, I would love to make quarters.
What I want to see happen more than anything in the world, like, I'm not going to say this is going to happen. This is not one of those things I'm betting on or would like say it's going to happen. But what I want to see happen more than anything in the world is to see 2 LCK teams not make it to quarters, and then the only 2 LCK teams hit each other in quarters. Just straight up raw, 1 LCK team in semis because of format. Just so all the LCK fans who always come up with the most bullshit reasons as to why the LCK is good and spam this shit on Reddit for like years and years will have nothing to hide behind whenever there is literally fucking 1 LCK team in semis. And be like, oh yeah, weird how that went. And then they get shit on by any LPL team because duh. I don't even care. You can take 1 through 4. I'm pretty sure Weibo would beat GENG in a best of 5. I would put money on it, literally. Like, I think LPL 1 through 4 clears LCK, just straight up. no problem. I think top, if you brought them here, would also clear all of the LCK teams. I think you'd have to go to like the 7th or 8th team before they started losing to these LCK teams. No lie. No shit at all. 100% believe that. So if I saw
so you're saying KT is losing
drop,
to Weibo?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
No question. Yeah, there's no question at all. That's not even gonna be close.
I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. I believe it.
Cuz versus Weiwei. Cuz sucks. And Weiwei is clean as shit. Like Weiwei is so goddamn good today. I couldn't believe it. And then you have Xiaohu, my boy. Love Xiaohu. You know? Yeah, Wei was gonna shit all over KT's face. KT looks like booty too, man. Like all the LCK teams, like look at these games, really watch them close. They look bad. They all look bad. They look like bad teams. They're gonna get fucked. They're getting fucked here. Korea's gonna be a library this year. I love it. Like, dude, I can't wait for T1 and Damwon or KT to not make quarters. It's gonna be fucking fire.
So let's take our picks and then let's do a little bit of
We got the O2s still, right?
Oh, we started with the O2s.
Did we?
Yeah. We went 0-2, 2-0, and then 1-1.
That's right. Nook, Showmaker. Yeah.
So JDG and G2 are in. They're locked.
I hope so.
So that leaves LNG, GENG2,
and
NRG,
Weibo, BLG, and
BLG, Weibo, and
probably T1.
We didn't we pick Cloud9 to win though?
No, I mean I don't know. We said that Cloud9 could do it, but it's just not.
Okay,
they're not looking good. Yeah,
and
it's T1.
So
if C9 take, that's just gonna be one game, yeah.
And then so that's 3 more best of 3s.
Mm-hmm.
God, I can't do this on hands. God, I wish I had.
But I will say, I'm just gonna let you know right now, if my heart wants G2 to win against GENG. My bet has always been that G2 knocks out T1 in the 2-2 round.
In the 2-2 round?
Yeah.
You think that if G2 loses to GENG?
Well, no, I didn't think G2 was going to win their first 2 games. Whenever.
Oh, okay.
Before we first started all this, like I thought they were going to beat Damwon 100%. I did think they were going to beat Damwon, but I thought they were going to lose in the 1-0 bracket. I did think that. And they almost did lose to Weibo, and Weibo could have beaten them. That was definitely a 50-50 game. Anyone could have won it. I think that's a fair statement, right? It was a close-ass, great game. So I thought G2 would lose 1-0 and then be in the 1-1, and they would just be kind of bouncing around in the middle and then just randomly match T1 in the end. That's how I saw it. But now I don't see that happening.
All right.
Obviously,
so
I think G2's going to advance at 3-1.
If LNG, GENG, T1, NRG, Billy, and Weibo are all 2-1, who does NRG have to face to get in?
The answer to that question is, of course,
T1. Like that's the weakest team out of that.
No, they're gonna have to beat like Fnatic in 2-2.
No, okay, yeah.
Like,
So they're not gonna.
Only advancing at a 2-2. They're about to get fisted.
I don't think all right, so Fnatic's gonna go into the 1-2 bracket. Mad Lions, Cloud9, KT in the 1-2 bracket. D+ in the 1-2 bracket. Team Liquid in the 1-2 bracket.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Fnatic's of course is going to play against Mad Lions in the 1-2 bracket because
Fnatic's going to play against D+, just to make it awful,
just to knock them out.
And then, yeah, and then Mad Lions is going to get TL, and Mad Lions is going to have the NA run. They're going to run the gauntlet and get beat by all 3 NA teams.
So NRG is gonna win this one.
Yep. And then they're going to match against TL in the last game. That's my money.
Unless fucking GAM comes out and
No, but imagine that being Mad Lions' run. Round 1, lose to Cloud9. Round 2, beat BDS, who you've been playing all year. Round 3, lose to NRG. Round 4, lose to TL. Imagine just getting sister fisted by every LCS team in turn. For the EU versus NA arguments, just watching one team get dumpstered by every single NA team after it beat one of the other EU teams. Ugh.
So I've just been stuck thinking about this, and I'm just staring at the T1 Cloud9, and I think Cloud9's gonna knock T1 down to that 1-2 bracket.
I hope so. I would love to see it happen. I want to see Berserker just explode. Show me all of the rage you've been holding forever, young one. Put it on display.
Oh man.
In the words of your forefather, teach me how to.
Which means, oh dude, like the amount of regional matchups that are occurring in these, like in the 2-1 bracket next week, it could be BLG versus Weibo, or BLG versus LNG, or Weibo versus LNG, and fucking NRG versus Cloud9. Fucking
BLG is probably going to beat anyone they play against, honestly. LNG would be fun to watch, but I think BLG could win that one. I think Zika is not on the same level he was on when they won playoffs, and I bet Ben is just ready. Like, Ben is one of those players. He's ready to throw down. He got a penta in his first ever World Finals when he was like 19. He's ready to throw down. A Fiora penta, World Finals, like, big balls, you know? Love to see it. I love Ben. He's great. Dude, the Eastern top laners are crazy.
So how you feeling about your pick'em so far?
Well, I am concerned since I do have Domwon. And they did not.
For your getting out of Swiss.
Yeah, but maybe they don't lose a best of 3, which I could see them like dropping a bunch of 2 best of 1s and then
not losing a best of 3.
Yeah, that sounds like Canyon Showmaker to me. Canyon Showmaker Deft, Deft is the ultimate clutch buff.
I mean, I got KT. The only team out of the Eastern team that I don't have is D+.
I left out T1.
You left out T1.
I did leave out T1.
I mean, so far that's. I mean, we'll know soon if Cloud9 can beat them. That's a good call.
Dude, if Cloud9 beats them, that'd be huge. Because it'll be hysterical if only thing we learned from this tournament is that the gap between the LPL and the rest of the world is actually just huge.
You remember when it used to be the LCK and the gap?
Yeah, I do.
Now it's moved just a little bit southeast.
Dude, we'll see how it goes. But I kind of do wish PSG could have made it to Swiss as well, because they were playing like the first half of that best of 5. They lost to BDS. They destroyed them. Like, they were doing the same level of dismantling that BDS did to Golden Guardians. It was not close. And they should have honestly still won game 3. It should have just been a 3-0 stomp. And sadly, they did not clutch that out. But
it would have been nice to see him in here. It would have been nice for the extra 10 points.
Just the diversity, too, for the bracket.
So far, I'm not doing too hot on some of my pick'ems because nobody's, like, even when Poppy's open, it's not getting picked for some fucking reason. It's just not getting picked.
Yeah, I hear you, dude.
Like,
but the Lee Sin too. No one has played it in a solo lane at all yet.
My random like throw out there of Milio being the most banned. I think you got banned. I think you got banned like 3 times in play-ins, and then and I think that was it.
The LeBlanc choice doesn't look complete trash, but it doesn't look. It's not coming up enough to be gonna be
For
up
most
there.
banned.
Yeah.
I don't even I can't even recall it being banned.
She's caught a few bans on red side for whatever reason in a few series or a few games, but I'm not really sure why.
My Maokai having the most
Kai'Sa.
deaths was a bad pick because Maokai has just been
Banned.
Kai'Sa being most picked, looking solid there.
Oh yeah.
Still waiting for the best of 5s because I think Nyla is going to come out in some games still. She is incredibly strong.
I feel like Silas lost some games in the play-in, so it doesn't help my choice for highest win rate.
Does not.
I have most deaths on Rel though, so that feels good still because people are hinting on that still.
Did you pick Rel for most deaths? That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. Yeah, because she's a good pick. Other one I was thinking about picking a top laner, and I should have picked Renekton.
Yeah, it was a fair choice. I think the Renekton probably was going to fall completely off a cliff, so that number is going to drop anyway.
Oh yeah. It's the same thing every fucking Worlds. Like group stage, Renekton has this insanely high priority, and he even gets blinded or picked into counters, and they still play him every fucking game, and then come to the best ofs, and he's nowhere to be seen.
He's already got 30 deaths in the tournament, so people are like, nah, I guess it doesn't work. I wish, I just had a thought. What champion was I thinking of? It'll come back to me.
Well, I'm also looking good at my so far reverse sweeps. There's been one because there's been one best of 5 so far. Well, there was 2 best of 5s.
Yeah, so there's 2 played.
Longest game duration, we haven't gotten there yet, but we've come close.
Yep, I'm feeling that one's not going to go too crazy.
I think once we get deep into the best of 5s, and if it's a close, if you get into a stressful game 5 and it's nobody's clearly ahead and nobody's taking.
Game was still only like 40 minutes, and they got 2 Barons and an Elder out of it.
How many Baron steals have there been?
I have no idea, honestly. That's one of those stats that's kind of hard to follow along with.
Yeah.
At least I know there was 1 today. At least.
This is something that I've thought about of which Drake will be killed the most, and I should have not just been like, whatever, it's random. I should have picked a Drake that will have high value, that'll be fought over the most, and teams will be taking them back and forth between each other.
I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good about Cloud. I feel like Cloud. It's always Cloud. I mean, I don't know.
I feel like it's been Mountain a lot.
It's going to be Cloud. I'm gonna let you know right now. Cloud's going to win this. Cloud always wins this. Every single time. If you look at statistics, Cloud shows up like Cloud Soul shows up like 80% of the game. All of the other dragons just fight for the last 20%. It's crazy. It's always Cloud. And then nobody cares about the Cloud Drake, so like the team that's like ahead is like, oh, we can give him like 2. Who gives a shit? Whatever. And then you kill 6 Cloud Dragons in the game. Every game. Every time. I don't know why, but sometimes random isn't random. It's like when you're playing TFT and the only thing you need is a bow, so you'll just not get a bow for the entire game.
I haven't played TFT in like 3 years, and I completely understand that still.
Dude, I'm going to let you know right now, in the current season, it's even worse. So like the 5 best items in the game are all bow items. So you just lose every lobby to the guy who gets Pandora's items because there's always 3 people that get them, and then they have best items, and you just lose because you can't do shit without the bows. I played a game where I got like 9 defensive items and then 4 offensive items. Cool. It was great. It was the quickest 7th place of my life. Anyway, that's what it's like to have a Western ADC or top laner when you're going into Worlds against the Shy, Gala, shit like Bin and Ruler, and then you look at your team and it says FBI. You're like, nice, open up.
I like FBI. I like FBI.
I do too.
He's fucking worlds better than Jan. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but he's still fucking galaxies away from Ruler.
Yeah, but more than half the ADCs in the tournament are. You got.
No, actually, I think ADCs. Let's see.
There's some
Gala,
good ADCs. There's some really good ADCs here. Gala Fire.
Yeah. Hayes.
Ruler will shit out him all day.
Good. I mean, yeah.
You got Aiming, who is incredible.
I mean, yeah, he's playing with leads.
Yeah, but can't compete with Ruler. You got Elk, who is probably one of my favorite ADCs because he's like.
Remember how the lanes went. There's definitely been LPL, there's definitely LPL that lane up to par and push Ruler. Ruler is Ruler because of his fucking immaculate team fighting.
Well, that's where the game fucking matters right now. You can win lane, lose game, man.
Yeah, he always could. People always put way too much credence into the laning phase of the game. I always think that's a really limited way to look at the game.
I've been working on my laning in solo queue a bit. I actually haven't been playing much because I have mental health issues, and they have been here. So I
present.
And I've been playing a ton of ARAMs, but I've been really trying to focus on my laning. And actually, in a norm, I got paired against a Diamond 4 ADC, and I was holding my own in lane, but it was a fucking support gap. So my support hits the it was a Morgana. They didn't use their fucking black shield. They didn't know what Nyla did. Nyla dove on us, ulted, but her ult takes a while to spin up. I'm like running away. Perfect time for a black shield on me. Just black shield me. Let me get away. I was playing Ezreal. I had
physical damage though. We'll go through it.
Yeah, but it won't CC because it pulls in.
The pulls in is at the end, not the beginning.
Yeah,
it's the opposite diagonal.
It swirls, pulls in, deals the damage.
Doesn't it do damage as soon as it starts too?
It does. It ticks. It tick 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 pull.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And they had a Seraphim, which now a Seraphim is a deadly lane. If it doesn't get played in a best of 5 this year at Worlds, I
hate Enchanter supports.
Yeah, but Seraphim's good. Seraphim is oppressive in lane and has if Renata. So this is what I want to talk about. This is reminding me of what I wanted to talk about because my memory is shit right now. Renata. Priority is rising on Renata slowly. Very strong. You know who does good into Renata? Seraphim. Longer range, shields, root, damage, and her ult. Counter ult, basically.
Yeah.
They have very similar ults. Renata's is better into. And this is why Yeon is shit. He did not flash the Renata ult. He did not flash the fucking Renata ult. He did not flash. Dude, you're an ADC. I'm an ADC. You know what you don't get hit by? Renata ults. You will do, especially when you're 30 minutes into a game. You will kill your entire team.
honestly, my favorite part about playing a marksman is getting hit by Renato Holt, killing someone on my team. I love getting an unofficial quadra. It feels good. Like
We're
you
not
kill
a quadra
fucking
kill.
three
And you're like,
people.
yeah, I did that.
No. You kill three people and then you catch the Renato ult and then you finish off somebody on your team and you're like, yeah, quadra kill.
But I think Seraph and Nyla should get played at some point. It's Nyla Senna could get played.
Something like that I could see. It's just the range discrepancy. It's obviously so difficult. Senna is coming back though. I saw the Senna Kench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of analysts say that Senna is very strong right now. I heard Yamato talking about her for over a week. He just kept bringing up Senna. I'm like, nobody's playing Senna. What are you talking about, Yamato? And then I watched some more. And, I mean, yeah, she's in solo queue. I know.
Wonderful seeing like Aksha on top.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, I want to see Dokla pull out the Akshan. He actually does play Akshan, not just for the memes.
I want to see Zhao play Akshan.
Ooh, mid? Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I remember his Lucian. His Lucian was fire.
Yeah, Akshan. I think Akshan could be a good off meta pick.
I'll show me some of the spicy solo queue stuff so I can ignore the 1320 post meta. You know, now that jungle is ruined.
Just play support, man. You ask anybody, it's the easiest role to climb in.
Oh, I know. It's just I'll play. You can still play jungle Graves
until I get support filled, and then my fucking ADC is so brain dead. We get level.
You don't hang out in the lanes, man. You're jungle too. You just got to think, when do I have to be there?
You have to be there when you get a level 2 advantage, and then your ADC walks backwards.
Well, I mean, that's why you play Pantheon, and you just
I do play Pantheon.
Yeah, you solo killed them.
There was one where, I started getting fucking solo kills, and there was another one where I could not get the solo kills, but I did get as an early level 2, and my ADC walked backwards as I jump forward for the stun.
Yeah,
I'm pinging. I fucking hate solo queue.
That's why I don't want to play support if I'm not playing with my ADC. Like, I don't want to bother with it.
Next season we're gonna do that, and it's gonna be a segment on the broadcast of our current climb.
I think I want to make a Nautilus one trick account at this point. If the jungle meta doesn't change enough.
What was the name of that submarine that exploded?
Fucking. Just call it not a gate. But that was Ocean Gate. I would just name my account the name of the CEO. Like the actual dude. My sister apparently knew that guy and was getting upset with us because we were making fun of him on Facebook. And I had to call her and tell her that, if you're a fucking idiot that laughs in the face of science and thinks that you can buy changing the rules of physics, then you kind of just deserve to die. Like, dude's just a fucking moron. Like, sorry. Don't really care if he was a nice guy. He's fucking fish food is what he is.
I've been watching a lot of Game of Thrones again. I'm actually watching two different parts of Game of Thrones at the same time. So on my own, I'm almost done with the series. I have one more episode, I think. I still watch season 8, even though it's fucking trash. Like how my biggest pet peeve with season 8 of Game of Thrones, real quick, is you have that whole long night battle where you show everybody's fucking dying. Everybody's dead. You have only your hero units left. Just your main characters. That's all that's left. And then at the end of that battle, you're burning all the bodies. You have a few hundred people there still. Okay. And then you get to King's Landing and you have a full fucking strength army of tens of thousands of people out of fucking nowhere, when fucking just a few years ago, fucking they had the war with Robb Stark, where he's like, I only have 10,000 fucking men that left. And it's just like, Daenerys gets all her fucking ships blown up, but somehow she still is able to bring all her army back to King's Landing. And guess what? They're all still fucking alive. All of them. All the Dothraki that charged out in the middle of there and died, they're alive again. All the
that was just the first wave, obviously.
Dude,
those were the reserves.
That's the most frustrating thing to me, because I was all hype at the end of the last night when it first came out. I was like, dude, they're gonna go down to King's Landing with like 12 people, just all the hero units, and be like fucking main characters in a video game, and just slice through the fucking armies and shit. And nope, their armies are there, and that's rant over. I've watched Game of Thrones all the way through about 20 times, and I still get mad. I still put myself through it.
I don't understand. I stopped. I called that back in 2013, whenever the last book came out, and I was like, I'm not going to watch any past what's been published because I already know they're going to ruin it. And
well, I don't read, so I watch TV and movies.
Well, you got an ending for it, so I'll let you know that. You know, I'm still waiting on book fucking 6 or whatever it is.
You know what? No ending would be better.
Yeah, ultimately, that is very true.
I would rather be left in suspense, waiting for George R. R. Martin to be on his deathbed and be like, here it is.
Oh my god, he would do some shit like that.
Actually, speaking of George R. R. Martin, I went to Meow Wolf last week.
Oh, nice. Is that that's local to you?
Yeah, there's one up in Santa Fe. There's one up by you too.
Yeah, we got one. I need to go to it still.
This is my second time going, and first time going sober. First time I went was a concert, and I ate some drogas of the psychedelic nature, and it was amazing. It was incredible. That place is a psychedelic playground, especially with a concert going on where pretty much the entire exhibit, no one's going through it. Everyone's at the concert. It's great.
Who was the show?
I don't fucking remember.
That's fair.
It was some DJ, some electronic show.
What you need to go to is a Red Rock show.
Yes, I do. Actually, my birthday is the 26th of September, and like 7 years ago, Gorillaz were doing a show at Red Rocks on my birthday. I think it was last year Modest Mouse did a Red Rock show on my birthday. No. But there's usually always a banging show. Well, I mean, there's always a banging show there. If it's going to be at Red Rocks, it's going to be good.
Thievery Corp usually plays every spring.
Ooh, I would see Thievery Corp.
They fucking slay at Red Rocks.
I've seen Nightmares on Wax. That was one of my first concerts.
I've seen Glass Animals, and at a different show, sadly, Tame Impala. Both were outstanding.
I used to be into a lot of jam bands, so I've seen a lot of concerts, man.
Jam bands.
Yeah, like Sound Tribe, Sector 9, Papadozio. Dude, Sound Tribe's good. Fuck off.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with those bands. They're just jam bands in general.
Like people always ask like because I used to work at a Grateful Dead bar, and like they're trying to talk to me about the Grateful Dead, and I'm like, look, man, Jerry Garcia.
I just work here.
Jerry Garcia, fucking chef kiss. Jerry's blues stuff is great. Like as a blues artist, great. I am so over the Grateful Goddamn Dead. Your fans suck. I used to troll him because when what the fuck's his name? Pretty Boy. I want to say James Franco, but that's not it. But it's
yeah, it's definitely not James Franco.
Not James Franco. John Mayer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He started playing with the Grateful Dead, and then I don't know if you know this, but Grateful Dead fans, they hate Dave Matthews. I love Dave Matthews. Yeah. But I would troll him like, man, John Mayer should never have started playing with the Grateful Dead. And they'd be like, yeah. And I'm like, you know who should take it over? They're like, who? And I'm like, Dave Matthews.
It's like driving by a fucking line of Star Wars nerds going, Star Trek sucks, go on. It's old Brian Posehn joke. It's fucking great. Fucking John Mayer. I was not ready for that jump. Pretty boy. I was like, I don't fucking know who's
Pretty boy
on the
James
Grateful
Franco.
Dead.
What the fuck's his name?
They're all old as fuck. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've run a little bit of our content, at least for the league stuff. The Swiss has definitely been interesting. If you haven't seen the games for, Weibo G2, honestly, G2 Dom 1 as well.
Just watch every G. If you haven't watched the games, just watch every G2 game.
BLG KT was also a pretty good, fun game. Most everything else has been on the scene, and TLT1 definitely worth watching as well. Honestly, that was a good game. Other than that, I'd say everything has been pretty one-sided.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. And we got, just a quick reminder here. When do games start? Games start in a few hours. So I'm going to watch those tomorrow. I'm not going to watch the break. I'm going to watch the JDG LNG. I'm going to watch Cadrils. But the G2 Gen G, I think I'm going to watch the whole thing.
I try to watch the entire game if I'm going to watch the game. Otherwise, I just look at the score at the end. Like a lot of these domestic matchups where everything is following seeding, basically, or whenever it's just a one-sided stomp that you know it's going to be that way. Like, I don't really care to watch a game between JDG, BDS if I see the end score is going to be like 4 to 16 kills. You know, like, oh, if BDS got stomped, shocker. You know, like, I don't need to watch it. There's nothing to see.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to watch... honestly, I'm probably going to watch the T1C9 game. I can't stay up for it.
That's going to be next day. We have just the best of 3 for JDG LNG at 1, and then the G2 Gen G best of 3 at 4. Because these are the best of 3s because of their advancement.
Yeah, so I'm gonna watch that G2 Gen G series for sure.
So the T1C9 game will be Saturday night, Sunday morning at 1 a.m. for us.
God, this is where I wish I was just one time zone more to the left.
I just wish they just tried a little bit more to make this not completely ass. Like, I don't know what time it is in Korea. Like,
it's midday. It's midday. Yeah. So let's see Korea time right now.
Because ultimately, if you could just make it, the first game was at 3 a.m. for us instead of 1 a.m. Or if it was just at 11 p.m. every day, just started.
It's almost noon there. Why aren't these games starting at noon?
It's almost noon there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question, right? Like,
start the games at noon. Let me see. Let me see.
What if we had, God forbid, a 10 p.m. our start time? You know, because that was the thing. Is the qualification series started at 11 p.m. for us. So if it's fucking noon there, that makes it 2 o'clock in the day. You know?
Yeah.
Start it in the goddamn morning. It will be fucking early evening for us at least.
Yeah, these are evening games over there. These are going into the evening.
Yeah, that's just this is the time zones that they, this is the same time blocks that show this LCK and stuff, and they don't give a fuck about the Western viewership. Fucking Dom is getting 2 hours of sleep.
Whatever, he doesn't sleep anyway. Fucking crackhead.
He used to.
Doesn't he watch LPL? Isn't he a huge LPL fan anyway? He's always up watching LPL games.
The LPL starts at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So you can wake up in the morning, not 1 a.m. to start.
I am not going to bed at 7 p.m.
I mean, no, because you're not making fucking multi-million dollars a year to fucking watch video games online and laugh at them.
Oh, no. I mean, if I was, yeah, and I wouldn't complain about it. I'd be like, whatever. I'd be like, okay.
He's not complaining about it. He's just I got 2 hours of sleep, and then Yamato's I'm worried about you, blood.
He was on a podcast the other day, man. He's like people don't understand how rough it is, man. You get all these you get all these games all year long. He's like, and I had to take a vacation, or he's like afterwards I get a little vacation, then World starts up, and it's like, bro, you don't have to stream all of these games. You don't have to go stream all of them. You can.
He's got to do it to be the best, man. No one else wants to watch all this garbage.
I mean, if I had co-streaming rights, yeah, that's all I would do. I would co-stream every goddamn game.
He live views the LEC still. LEC still is not giving out any co-streaming.
I need to set up a live viewing thing of that. I just need to figure out how to get a timer. little timer. And then sync it up with YouTube. But I think that's going to be it for us. Sorry about the cough for anybody listening closely and still here. I need to start doing this in the beginning. We do this live on Twitch at Doomfunk. Links will be in the description. Doomfunk. This is Paradox Pope. I fucked up the intro today, but brain's not complying. We'll be back next week. And then I think after Worlds, we should go to an every other week schedule.
Like we used to.
But I'm cool with during Worlds, now that playing's out of the way, doing it weekly.
I think until we get to the bracket stage, and then we could it'll probably still be a week for quarters, a week for semis and stuff. So we can probably just keep that timeline and have just shorter episodes and talk about the stage that just finishes. We can do an episode like Thursday-ish or something like that, and it'll be right before the next.
They're dragging it out. Once we get into the elimination stage, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then a week for semis, and Saturday, Sunday, and then a week for finals. Stretch it out.
I'm just looking at my screen. It's so huge on the Twitch. I've got so much of the screen. I'm like 60% of it. So
I actually
most of my podcast now.
That's because I had a bar on the side here. But I can actually fix that now because I don't have it on there anymore.
Oh.
So now we're even. I don't know because I forgot I could maximize the screens this way I wasn't like doxing all my channels that I'm in.
For the first time ever in America, we have equality.
Also, this is recorded ultra wide.
Hell yeah.
So
I get to be wide Pope.
Wide Pope.
Sorry.
I do that because one, I have an ultra wide monitor. But two, if you're watching it on mobile and you turn your phone sideways, it actually fills the whole phone screen now.
You hear that, ladies? You fill the whole screen.
Fill the whole thing. All right. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Check you next time.